wiki, welcome Warcraft 2 fans to the 2v2 of the century. Today we have mantistobaggan, and he'll be allying Zeke. Mantistobaggan, I do believe that would be Team Dynasty Lux or Logan. And he is ally of the Swedish sensation Zeke. Both a very long time wiki Warcraft 2 players. Meanwhile, at the 12 o'clock spot, it is drduffenschmirz. Oh, Dr. Doofenshmirtz. I'm sorry about that last time I came in there for that yeast infection. I mean, baking bread is a hazardous thing to do, so thank you for that. Confidential and bread baking class that you taught me. Meanwhile, down here at the 5 o'clock spot, it is grandprix77 coming off his victory, the big V victory for him over the forces of TerrorCon from Clan Absolute Synergy. Ha ha ha, that guy got wrecked in the wiki Warcraft 3. So he's going to make himself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, as I am wont to do after I get rickrolled in Warcraft 2. Always got to follow it up with that PB&J action. Alright, a peon from grandprix77 moving on out on the map. He's going to have to scout a little bit here in order to see what imminent danger is likely put his way with mantistobaggan. Mantis is known for his very early aggressive playstyle. And here comes the peon. What will he do? Will he build the barracks? That's what he'll do. Yes, indeed, it is the big B barracks. So he'll be able to train his troops right here in the middle of his opponent's base. A very confident thing for him to do. Meanwhile, the 2-Rax Rush doesn't actually have a blacksmith to accompany it. So it is the infamous level 1 rush. Very good against a neighbor who is nearby, but nobody is near them. So we'll have to see how that works out for him. Meanwhile, grandprix77's peon push out hasn't had too much success in allowing them to produce pig farms that right out the outskirts of their opponent's base. I know the swine over there are to die for. I need to turn the sound off, sorry. Wiki Warcraft 2 sound off. Alright, as I said, I know that those pig, and the farm is burnt to the ground. That poor farmer, it's just a sad sight to see. But here comes the level 1 rush in all of its fury, and it's going to force a tower to be placed here from Zeke. But Zeke's no noob, and Zeke never raised no foo. He definitely has this under control. You might lose the blacksmith because the cannon tower does take so long to upgrade, but not a problem. The level 1 rush doesn't have the best options late game. He is able to produce a blacksmith here, and actually not too bad of a trade. A late blacksmith in exchange for destroying his allies' blacksmith. But will he even get that done? His opponent, look at these guys are just standing around, so White is able to take that big V home in this battle, but no, he's not, as the level 1 grunts fall victim to their opponent's level 1 grunts. And here's that chop out, now securely supported by a cannon tower. Nice wiki Warcraft 2 action, brought to you by Body Blazers and Heilman's Old Style G. Heilman Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And they're Cold 45, original every time. It's a classic American lager since 1963. But wait, don't forget about their old style brewing method of brewing the Heilman's Old Style Lager. Government warning. According to the Surgeon General, a woman should not drink alcoholic beverages during pregnancy because of the risk of birth defects. Consumption of alcoholic beverages impairs your ability to operate a car, drive machinery, and most definitely will cause health problems, as well as make your Warcraft 2 commentaries pretty lame-o. Meanwhile, up here at the 11 o'clock spot, it is tier number 1, but tier number 2 from the 9 and from the 5 o'clock as well. Bloodlusted Ogres is what's on the menu, and will it actually get to that? With the defenses set up so far, it does seem so. So I would like to advertise for Body Blazers. Body Blazers is back, baby, with their 30-day free or your free back program. And don't forget to check in with the X-Man Ert if you want to be a Body Blazer to their lineup. When he sent the pictures, actually to my father, I must say their lineup was quite ripped. It made me a little embarrassed of my own body until I saw the leader of the lineups photo, the X-Man Ert, and then I remembered that's why he is the most inspiring of leaders, because he does put a smile on your face, brighten your day, and hold the entire team together. Meanwhile, at the 9 o'clock spot, is it tier number 3? No, it seems like it's an Ogre Rush. Yes, he's still producing peons. Doesn't have a lumber mill even, so it's going to be a quick push out from this player. His name is Zeke, and he's doing an early Ogre Rush, which could be quite effective. His ally doesn't seem like he's going to be too aggressive, but still, we might not see the game go to Bloodlusted Ogres if Zeke is correct. Oh, it's actually a mistake. So perhaps he is covering up his change in strategy. Mantistobaggan with the sound advice for his opponent. And sound advice indeed it is. But will he decide to capitalize on this mistake and do a very early assault? Or is it going to be the late game we see? So all signs point towards late game. A second, will it be a third? Nope, just a second to Bloodlusted Ogre build, and here Bloodlust is actually on the way. Meanwhile, a third barracks here from our hero, drduffenschmirz. Are you really a doctor? That doctor was floating in the water, and I thought it was a duck, and then I said, no wonder, he's a real quack. Never mind. Good commentary here, brought to you, as always, by the amazing Justin Schmidt. All the bikini babes flock out there to get his autograph, but ain't nobody got time for that. So, unfortunately, if you are a bikini babe, one of the many who keep flocking for my autograph, I'm sorry. I just don't have time for all of you bikini babes out there. I have the President of the United States calling me all the dang time just to want to talk. Are you serious, Mr. President? You really just want to talk? But here's an assault to the underbelly of drduffenschmirz versus Zeke, and Zeke's gonna pay for that lack of a lumber mill, or will he? The ogres come in to save the day, and this clever assault will put him a little bit further behind than he earlier was. But Bloodlusted Ogres at his door, it was all a trap as the ally comes in the back door. The front door is kicked open, but luckily for him, Lux is there to save the day with just a few ogres in order to tip that hat in his favor. Might even knock the hat over. The bunny falls out. And why were you, honey, hiding a bunny in your hat anyway, honey? These are questions that'll all be answered if you tune in to Wiki Warcraft 2 at war2.ru. Are you going out there right now and downloading War 2 Combat from war2.ru? I bet you are, unless you are going to War2 USA. Hey, not a bad choice. Going to war2usa.com. And GOG, Galaxy of Games, puts out a legal way to play, and every single weekday you can wait for the weekend where you can play with the Truggleart on the Truggleart Show. Here's another Bloodlusted Ogre Army Assault, but this time Zeke is ready and waiting with that nice concave enveloping this attacking force. Not too shabby for a player like Zeke. Here's a huge number of ogres. This must be an Ogre Rush from drduffenschmirz. We've come to expect this type of wacky antics, and Bloodlust has actually arrived for him, unless his opponent wasn't bloodlusting him. But no, he does have the 3 barracks Bloodlusted, or 4 barracks Bloodlusted Ogre build. So a pretty good late game here so far in the world of Warcraft 2. And mantistobaggan's in a bit of trouble. He does have that nice cannon tower there to defend. And he's going to push this attack off with the greatest of ease as he catches his opponent's ogres quite unlusted there in the field of battle. Dr. Doofenschmirz is setting himself up for another defeat as he's left a small contingency of ogres out here in the middle, and his opponent is going to do a bit better job scouting so that one ogre sacrifices his life so that the rest may be bloodlusted preemptively before that battle. I want to thank you guys all for tuning in. I want to thank my sponsors, Body Blazers and the G. Heilman Brewing Company, and of course I want to thank all of those bikini babes who stand in line so dang long to try to get my autograph, even though the remote possibility of me having time to give it to them is so dang low. Alright, the 2 o'clock spot is under assault. He does have the superior number of bloodlusted ogres and is going to, or not, a nice turn of events in the favor of Dr. Doofenschmirz. Really the big V he needed to pull himself back in this game, and now he's about to set himself up for a 3 base bloodlusted ogre economy. And the 11 o'clock spot is very difficult to expand from, so there are options. Actually, he's going to try an unorthodox approach by going down to that 8 o'clock spot and building his expansion there. But the middle will be contested by the full fury of grandprix77, who's not only set up his first expansion, is ready for that 3rd base as well, and quite greedily built himself an expansive network of buildings, including this fine DK point in which he can death and decay the poor small 9 spot. And that's the main expansion for Zeke. Zeke's been having a bit of trouble here. He's been under all of the assault the entire game. And the gold flow has quite exploded for mantistobaggan. So mantistobaggan is going to need that peon transfer, and how. He needs to get down to that middle clock spot and set up shop. It's quite the ways for his forces to get down here to the 8 o'clock and begin harvesting gold there. Plus that 8 o'clock spot is so susceptible to these hasteable DKs. Meanwhile, the middle has now been occupado, but will red and white allow this to happen as both forces begin to converge on that middle? But here it was a sight out. He's actually moving those peons all the way down to the 8 o'clock spot, and even though there's a bit of a gap between the gold flow and the town hall, these peons are hard-working peons who have quite a bit of experience mining gold. They've been doing it their entire lives over at the 11 o'clock spot, and now on the other side of the world, or the mini-map I should say, they are able to continue on their business. But here's a couple bloodlusted ogres going to make that scout out. Will that DK be hasted up and sent that way? Haste has not been researched, so still he could walk the way. I myself don't really like walking all that dang far, but he's going to be distracted by this 6 o'clock spot, so not a bad choice for Zeke to build the 6 o'clock spot in these towers here. It's really going to distract the forces from moving in on an 8 o'clock spot and save the day, really, as the bloodlusted ogres assault here at the 6 and give that 8 o'clock that precious time it needs to set up its own defenses. Meanwhile, a small assault being here quite easily thwarted, but every time these DKs are needed to be used, that's one less. And actually the combined efforts of both players, mantistobaggan and Zeke, are able to push through here, and now it's the soft underbelly of Grand Prix who's gonna be threatened. There is a large Dr. Doofenschmirz attack force here, but it's not going to be used to save his ally. Instead, it is going to go on the offensive and try to completely destroy the entire economy of Mantistobaggan. Mantistobaggan frantically pulls these peons and sends the peon defense force to begin the repairing. Not going to have a whole lot of repairing going on. Nothing there to save it. And the whole entire mining operation goes down. It's not reinforcements. It's more ballistic ogres, baby. And they're going to punch every peon in the face. This game quickly devolving into a loss for Mantistobaggan and his ally Zeke. drduffenschmirz. Maybe a silly name, but who's laughing now as this game most likely in their favor. Once again, I want to thank my sponsors, Goldfish Snack Crackers, the snack that smiles back goldfish, as well as Folgers Coffee. There's never a better part of waking up than finding that Folgers Coffee steaming hot in your cup. Well, actually, there are a couple of better things part of waking up, because I like the Caribou Coffee brand a little bit better than the Folgers. Oh, no, I'm going to lose my sponsorship. I shouldn't have said. I said too much. Meanwhile, over here at the middle clock, Mantistobaggan beginning that mining at the middle. And will it last, though, as his last endeavors have not been too fruitful? And it looks like the small 12 has been very easily dominated by drduffenschmirz. And drduffenschmirz is going to launch that last of the game assault, and Mantistobaggan going to lead the game. I want to thank you guys all for tuning in. Tune in next time when we have another Wiki Warcraft 2 audio presentation. Peace out, homies.